When it comes to the topic of terminal illness, most of us will readily agree that the plan should be what is best for the patient. Where this agreement usually ends, however, is on the question of whether that is the often painful treatment or comfort care. Whereas some are convinced that the treatment will only prolong suffering of the patient, others maintain that treatment will save lives and, ultimately, bring joy back to the patient and his family. In 2010 in the United States, almost half of the approximately 2.5 million deaths were caused by heart disease and cancer alone, even though there are many treatment options available for those and other commonly fatal diseases. Although many people believe that diseases such as cancer can be incurable, over 50% of adults and between 80 and 95% of children who receive treatment for cancer were alive and healthy for more than 5 years after their initial diagnoses. Supporters of primarily comfort care are right to argue that pain should be avoided as much as possible when dealing with patients in critical conditions. But they exaggerate when they claim that keeping an extremely ill patient alive will only postpone the agony. For example, some insist that the pain a patient goes through during chemotherapy is not worth it, especially as chemotherapy is not guaranteed to work. However, side effects of chemotherapy like vomiting and pain are usually present and magnified in untreated cancer, no matter how much comfort care is given. In addition, with current advances in medicine, the time given to a patient via treatment might be all he needs to become cured and ready to live a much less painful life. In fact, as recently as June of 2014, an 8-year-old girl, Claudia Burkill, who had been told she would die from a rare form of cancer, recently became the first person ever to beat it. With advances such as that in medicine, the idea of only using comfort care is simply impractical and insensitive. Because of this, many states such as Colorado, Louisiana, and Missouri have passed right-to-try laws, allowing terminally ill patients the option to try experimental drugs. Similar laws are being considered in other states throughout the country. In doing so, these states are preventing people from being cheated out of a full life. Amy Auden, who lost her own husband due to not being allowed treatment for melanoma, puts it best when she says a 52% chance at life is better than a 0% chance. Comfort care was once a good and efficient idea, but due to medical advances is now simply impractical. To ensure that you or your loved ones have a long and fulfilling life, treatment during what may possibly not be a terminal illness is essential.